Okay, it's that time again. Look through more magazine. Issue 5, February 1986. 1 whole pound. Not an official Amstrad publication. New Year blockbusters. Elite. Zap. Nightshade. Arg. TLL. Vroom. Sweevo's World. Ouch. Barry McGuigan's Boxing. Pow. Impossible Mission. Boing. That's a word you associate with impossible missions. Boing. Super Bowl. Yeah, it must be February. Revel in the thrills and spills of authentic American football. The official NFL authorized computer simulation. For the Spectrum 48K, Spectrum Plus, Commodore 64, and Amstrad. Yeah, Super Bowl 20. January 26, 1986. There you go. Yeah. Good times. What we get to look forward to. This advert again. With Bruce Lee on the front there. And here he is. He's our dude Sugarman. His first appearance. First appearance of Minnie. Sugarman by S. Saka, whoever that is. As mild-mannered company chairman Alan Sugar works diligently in his office. To interrupt this program for a news bulletin, an Amstrad computer user has been abducted by Spicky Man. Yeah, sounds like a job for Sugarman as he rips off his clothes and somehow his mustache, his beard. Up, and off I go. Let's change that battle cry. It's like something. Meanwhile, help! You, my dear, hereby the first. I intend to capture all Amstrad users and brainwash them into using spectrums. Thus I will gain domination of the world computer market. Yeah, ha ha ha. Oh, hello, Spicky Man. Sugar Man. Wow. Wait till I tell my friends. Can we talk about this? Certainly. Drop over tea sometime and we'll discuss the matter at length. Smackaroo. It's not fair. I wasn't ready. My hero. Oh, it's nothing. You saved me. My pleasure. Now I can use my CPC 664 without fear. Oh, I'll be glad to. What? I went all this bubble for a CPC 664 user? Whoosh! Just drops her to a death. That's Sugar Man. Hey. Number 1 hits the tops. The Christmas issue's cover cassette has gained a lot of fans, apart from yourselves. Number 1 in particular has been grabbing factoring people all over the nation. One of those spaced out roller skating freaks is none other than the editor of another Amstrad magazine, who confessed to us that he's been playing it all day long. Yet more proof that Amstrad Action refreshes the readers that other mags can't reach. Yeah, I'm sure it's because the main thing you see in that game is the player's butt crack. I'm sure. Cartoons again. Bags and bags of humour come in. These cartoons have had us rolling in the aisles. From the vast number, we've so far chosen one draftsman to draw for us, Kenneth Fee, a student from Dundee. Sorry about the rhyme. Ken's an Amstrad fan, so he really knows the scene. His work will be adorning our pages from now on. A self-portrait. I'm sure that's how he draws. I wonder if he would like me to pose for him, says Toot. It's a longer lasting magazine. Okay. Alright, there you go. Yeah, we have all our letters. Poke plea. I really like your map reviews and especially cheat mode. Could you please enlighten me on how people find out how to cheat games by entering pokes to give them infinite lives, etc.? How do you know which kinds of pokes to use, how to enter them, and what the pokes do when they've been entered? Jason Stanway, Biddulph, Stoke-on-Trent. There's a piece in cheat mode this month explaining which two methods to use when entering pokes. It should make life a bit easier for you. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to learn how to poke games. A certain amount of hacking is necessary, as well as a certain amount of knowledge of machine code. Then you need a disassembler to take the program to pieces and find the relevant sections. There you go. Now you know. Sherbet Fountains. Many congratulations on producing a lively, friendly magazine that must be all that Somerset air or cider. Your good news, bad news summaries are very useful, but your reviews, e.g. on word processors, are too short. Could you write an article giving the features to be found on the word processors and an indication of which programs have these features, possibly using a table? Another plea for those older readers who have young children. Could you review educational programs? I suggest you equip your reviewers with lollipops and sherbet fountains that put them in the right mood. David Griffiths, Nottingham. Yes, it's probably the cider. Another article on word processing is in the offing, as is an article covering educational software. But we don't really need stimulants to put us in a childish mood. Okay. Advertising standards. I'm fed up with seeing ads stating that games are available on the Amstrad months before release. For example, Hypersports. This game is advertised in the 3 June issues of certain magazines that I bought. Other games fall under this category. Super Test, Street Hawk, Emmett Masterson and Daniel Riley, Sid Cup. Companies like to put out what they call teasers to whet your appetites. But sometimes they do advertise games so far ahead that you're likely to have lost interest by the time they're actually released. On the other hand, most companies expect their games to be available soon after advertising them. Unfortunately, lots of problems can crop up in the development of a game. And it's usually this that causes the delays. Yeah, or they don't bother usually. It's another thing that happens. This is the barrel of cider. Sorry, our team are in a conference. Yep. Toot in barbershop. How would you like your parting? I don't get it. Who ever said sugar was sweet? There's another 664. 664 Dodo. Please not say, oh no, not another letter slamming Amstrad, even though it is. Amstrad must at every chance be reminded of the sudden change of a computer to a Dodo so that they do not make the same damning mistake twice. Everyone has slagged them off for this, and they have done nothing about it. So I will put an idea forward and see if they will consider it. How about offering a trade-in for those stuck with the Dodo who want to upgrade? It seems a pity for the company that has brought out great computers to let itself down in this way. Come on, Amstrad, you can do better. Keith Patient, London E17. I'm sure a lot of people have thought about trade-ins, but Amstrad doesn't seem to be interested. Perhaps the new DK-Tronics expansions will help. There you go. You got a program here for transferring Kung Fu to disk, because that's exactly what you want. You want to play Kung Fu. Never play Exploding Fist again. Toots injured himself playing games. Now, Hoot for Toot. Many thanks for fine mag, and please find and close a check for a year's subscription. Please keep all your present good features, e.g. a minimal amount of listings. the cartoon character Toot, who wanders around the pages, articles like Machine Code Cracked, and that actually gave you some idea of where to go next. Please retain that feature in any future How to Do It articles. I'd like to see as much review space for hardware and serious software as there is for games, particularly comparative reviews of, say, compilers, printers, ROM boards, in the same manner as your word processor review in number 3. Norris Riley, Guildford, Surrey. Serious software is going to get more of a look in this year, but not at the expense of anything else. We're just going to make the mag bigger. Weekly Wish. I enjoy your wonderfully refreshing magazine so much that I wish it would come out weekly instead of monthly. My favourite section is Reaction, where I read all the varied, amusing, and totally interesting views of other Amstrad users. A big congratulations, AA, as the new kid in town. You've certainly made a big impact. I have only recently caught the computer bug and plan to buy the Amstrad 464 this Christmas. Thanks to your great mag, I'm now fully satisfied that I've made the right choice. As a novice, I really can't think of any suggestions for your mag. As far as I'm concerned, you've got a very interesting and informative magazine that spells success in capital letters. I just hope it won't give you a big head and jack up the price. I know it's rather late to send in the AA questionnaire, which appeared in your first issue, but I thought you might still want to know what your readers think about your magazine. So please find and enclose the AA questionnaire to which I've completed. Oh, by the way, ignore those jibes about the spelling mistakes in your mag. Even the Times can't get them right sometimes. I know, because I read the Times. Lastly, AA, can you enlighten me why software for Amstrad is more expensive than Spectrums or Commodores? Ronnie Sin, Kings Lynn. Weekly? Do you want to drive us up to a premature collective grave? It's only the massive doses of local scrumpy that keep us going producing a monthly. Weekly? Mind boggles. Wanted monitor to go to good home. Reasonable price offered. Great cartoon. Okay. Museum's Gallery of Honor. Albert Einstein Theory of Relativity. Lafayette Declaration of the Rights of Man. Albert Sprague, interpreter of Amstrad pricing policy. PSS's French connection. PSS seems to be putting a lot of their whiffs in the French basket these days. After the success of pinball game Macadam Bumper, they now have taken the UK rights for 3 more games from French software house Air Informatique. And Très Chaud, these games are too. Excuse my French. According to PSS director Gary Mays, one of them says Gary has graphics that make Ultimate stuff look really boring. The game is a 3D arcade adventure set in a prison in which our hero, the punk teddy boy from Macadam Bumper, has to rescue his girlfriend. Oh, that one. No. Oh, okay, it's Doomsday Blues. The game's called Eden Blues at the moment, but it's soon to be changed before release. It became Doomsday Blues. Another French free are likely to be rechristened before release in the UK is Grafton, which is another arcade adventure taking place this time in a hospital. The graphics are of true cartoon quality, says Gary. Contamination is the only one likely to keep its original title. It's a strategy arcade game called which places you in control of the World Health Organization and its efforts to maintain world population levels in the face of a multitude of nasty viruses, plagues, etc. At your disposal, you have doctors and various antibodies and drugs. All 3 games should be available by late January, preceded by homegrown offerings, Falklands War and Swords and Sorcery. Zoota Laws, could this be the year of PSS? codename 6256? Is this the codename for the next Amstrad computer? Rumours in the industry are rife that Amstrad will launch an IBM PC compatible machine in the next few months for around £500. Their customary reticence, Amstrad neither confirming nor denying the rumours. The most we could get from an Amstrad spokesman was the usual no comment. But as one manufacturer of Amstrad peripherals put it, there must be some truth in the rumours. There's no smoke without fire. A further whisper suggests that Amstrad have paid digital research a figure in the region of $400,000 for the DOS Plus operating system to run the new machines. But DR's UK boss, Paul Bailey, would not confirm that his company was working on a project for Amstrad. I can't confirm that at all, he said. In fact, I'm denying it. Yeah, well, Amstrad did make PC clones. Didn't call them a 6256 though. That'd be the PC 1512 and 1640. Well, it's Way of the Tiger. MS-DOS for 6128. An MS-DOS add-on board giving the CPC 6128 full 16-bit IBM compatibility will be available by March. The board from Screen Micro will slot into the back of the 6128 and should cost around £299. Yeah, you just buy a whole new computer with that. Visitors to the Amstrad show at the beginning of January will be able to see it there. The board is being developed by German company Vortex, along with a multitude of other add-ons for the Amstrad family. Nigel Sinclair of Screen Micro says that the IBM board will bridge the gap once and for all between home and business micros. He expects the main demand to be from businessmen with IBMs in the office who might now be able to use this software on home Amstrads. Yeah, I don't remember that ever actually appearing. I don't know. Since it's originally from Germany, I guess. Who knows? It didn't make its way to England. I don't know. I don't remember it. Yeah, they've got expansion boards and disk drives. Yeah, Vortex did do disk drives as well. Hard disk drives even. Let's get on with this. Oh no, Yabba Dabba Doo! The liberal Stone Age cartoon character Fred Flintstone is all set to make a rock-bashing computer debut in the quest for the love of Wilma. His task is to build a house out of stones from the local quarry and woo Wilma into joining him. The game is being released by Quicksilver Argus Press. We say it is graphically superb and sells for £7.95 on cassette. There's a competition run in conjunction with the game to win 2 tickets to Los Angeles to visit the Hanna-Barbera studios where the Flintstones is made, and Disneyland. You gotta have Disneyland. Yeah. Making the most of money. Yeah. Home accounting software. No, we're not testing these. Discs. Buy some discs. £40 for 10. Boxing. More boxing. Which would you rather have? A light heavyweight or heavy lightweight? Real life action. Good. We look forward to it. It's coming up in this magazine. Well, I think it's towards the end though, so we might not get to it today. Oh no, it's a baby. Counts for beginners. It's obviously so easy a baby can do it. Power behind your Amstrad. Yep, just connect them all back to back like that. Well, I'm sure it will work fine. probably will. Who knows? The stick. It's a stick. Treat your computer to high quality West German cables and accessories. Yeah, the stick. Joystick. Laser Basic. By Ocean. Sure, everyone will use it. How much does it cost even? Oh, look at that sprite. There you go, that's a sprite. This is meant to be a joke. Looks like a bit of a square to me, says Toot. He's angry though. He's angry. And now we've got Panda Sprites. First software published from the Oliver twins. I remember they made this. It's a good face. It's a sprite face. How much did Panda Sprites cost? $9.95. Normal pricing for that. Didn't tell us how much Laser Basic is. Shape and Sound. $14.95. Thinking Software. Think Tasman. Word processors here. More advertisements. The Boss. The most complete, compulsive, and entertaining football management game ever. 4 divisions: FA Cup, European Cup, Winners' Cup, promotion, relegation, transfers, suspensions, injuries, substitutes, name team, team selection, choose, change, team formation, weekly league tables, reserve squad. Check with your retailer. Phone your Access Visa number or just note your name, address, and machine and game required queried on the back of check or postal order, I guess it is. Peak Soft. Well, these seem to be very normal game names. A graphic adventure creator. The game everyone made their text adventures with, or mostly anyway. Tape to disc. What's it all about? And you got applications that do that. Music composing. It's a listing. Sure, it's got to be good as basic listing. Let's go from one box to the other box and then the other box. And eventually you'll get it all done. Offering anything between £50 and £100 for readers who submit listings that are printed in Amstrad Action. Ideally, any programs you submit should be pretty short, so that a printout does not fill more than 2 pages at the most. 1, 2. This is 2 pages, this one. I don't want big monster listings, I guess. Dynamite. Oh, look at Jerry the Germ. It's wonderful. I don't remember if that actually got released on the Amstrad or not. I do not remember it. Your Amstrad needs Gremlin. We've seen this a dozen times already as well. Here we go. Into the reviews finally. These are the ratings. Now they work. Compatibility. All games reviewed in this issue are compatible across all 3 machines, with the exception of Analog's Atlantis, which runs only on the 464. Here you go. Yeah, the first game. Finally here. First game is Nightshade by Ultimate. So, the long-awaited successor to Nightlaw and Alien 8 has taken the filmation graphics technique used by Ultimate one stage further and introduced scrolling. Gone are the jumping and puzzle solving that confronted you in the previous games, but in are shooting and exploring an even larger game area. The game is set in the village of Nightshade, which has been overrun by hordes of evil beings. The village is made up of over 500 locations viewed diagonally from the southwest and from a point above the action. The locations are composed of lots of blank space, with houses marked by attractive facades. There are also cloisters, and most of these buildings can be walked into through doorways. When you do this, the wall that would otherwise block the view disappears to leave a bare room. Saberman is once again the hero and wanders around in his usual well-animated style, turning his head to look at things and shooting. His task is to free the village from the evil that plagues it by destroying the 4 menacing figures who prowl the streets in search of human blood. They are Skeleton Ghost, Mad Monk, and Mr. Grim Reaper, who all have to be bumped off using a specific object. There are 6 non-moving objects that Saberman can pick up: a Bible, cross, egg timer, hammer, potion bottle, and winged boots. The last 2 have the effect of curing ills and making you move faster. The other 4 objects are stored in a stack, along with antibodies that can also be picked up. These are found in all the rooms, but move about, so you have to chase after them to pick them up. The other moving objects are highly dangerous, though, so these are the monsters that have been created by the evil ones. If Saberman bumps into them, they cause damage, and 3 hits will kill off one of his lives. They can be stopped by using the antibodies, but things are complicated by the fact that not all antibodies will kill all creatures. Each monster is delightfully animated, particularly the ones that charge around with their hairy arms up in the air, looking like a cross between Frankenstein and a werewolf. If the antibody on top of the weapon stack doesn't kill a monster, it may have some rather unusual effects on it, like turning it into a different monster, or splitting it in 2. Sometimes you won't even get the chance to shoot, as they appear right next to you, so that running is also needed to get out of tight spots. The antibodies add the necessary original touches to the game that stop it being too similar to previous Ultimate efforts. Your starting position appears to be random, and because the scenery is so familiar, the only way to pinpoint your whereabouts is by the cloisters that appear only a few times. These are also the focal point for finding potions and winged boots, but the positioning of the other objects seems to be random. You're left having to search the whole playing area, not just for the objects, but the beings you kill with them as well. You are aided in this by the objects flashing when you are near the correct character. Initially, the graphics are stunning, and exploring is quite exciting, but as you discover there are no puzzles, things start to get samey. The gameplay becomes simple arcade action with exploring and shooting and getting lucky and finding things quickly. This makes it much less absorbing than the previous games, but it is still just as tough to complete. Certainly not as good as Ultimate's previous releases, but an excellent game nonetheless. Good news! Marvelously designed characters, excellent animation and scrolling, great touches and antibodies and the effects. Large complicated playing area, very difficult game task. Bad news! Locations can be very bare at times. No puzzles to tease the mind. Takes ages to load. Second opinion. I was prepared to be disappointed with this game, having suspected it would be drearily similar to its predecessors. But astonishment! I found it one of the most enjoyable Ultimate games I've ever failed miserably to solve. The graphics are simply stunning, even if Saberman still moves as if the only footwear he owns is a pair of snowshoes. Most impressive and funniest are the mutant monsters. Hit them with the wrong antibody, And they do a quick change into Mohican hairstyle punk monsters waving their arms around in anguish. Patience is certainly a greater virtue than brainwork in this game, which might make it less attractive for addicted puzzlers. For me, it was a bonus. PC. He loves his shooty games. Gotta have the action. Graphics 96%, Sonics 55, grab factor 91, staying power 78, overall rating 85%. Here's the antibodies. Zombie demon killed, hands in the air, killed by spiral antibody. Water demon killed by spiked ball antibody. Horned demon killed by rotating stick antibody. Vampire demon killed by pulsating button antibody. Fireball, any antibody. Acid ball, any. We get the idea, okay. Alright. Now we can get the game started. We finally get onto a game. Alright. Okay. No, we're not cheating at Nightshade. Loading screen is bongo coloured. Yeah, alright. Joystick. Directional control, because we don't want tank controls. At least you get the option, I suppose. Here's our dude. Well, they're all after me. I have nothing. Anything in here? I don't know what that is. I think I'm getting trapped here. Well. Fire. Angry fire's after me. Oh. Man, that's one life down. Anything in this room? Oh, can't go through walls. Boots! Okay, yep, we're running faster. Ow. Ow. And we did it again. Oh, we do have the things. Here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. These are antibodies. Come here. Oh, it's the fire. Okay, we're starting to get an idea here. Ow. And that one apparently killed me for reasons. Come here. Come here. Come here. Because I have too many. Okay, those things are killing me. Gotta figure out what kills you and what doesn't. Oh, I'll just walk through the way. Ow. Oh, and we did. 2%! Whole 2%. Okay. Try again. Oh, little spiky things. Come here. Come on. I find it interesting how each of the games that feature Saberman, he looks different. What's that thing? Ah! He's got his hands up, he's after me! Ah! Ow. Oh, I made it angry. That's a dead end. Ooh. We found a thing. Uh-oh. put our hands up when we walk into a wall, because we don't want to smash our nose on the wall or anything. Come on. If only I knew where I was going. Oh no, it made it angry. Some more. Off we go. These things too, yes they are. Pick up some more things, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, let's go through here. What's in here? Ooh, an item. Ooh, it's flashing. It's near a thing. Oh. It's, I threw it away. Well. You have to find it again or something. No. Didn't turn around. Oh no, he split into two. Well, that's perfect. Ow! Well, that's one death. Oh, jeez. He spawned right on top of me. Oh, what's that thing? Come on. There. Oh no, he's angry already. Oh no, I've got two angry ones. Ow. Oh, the book's right here. Good to know. Oh. Because you have to walk all the way down back now to get the book again. Well. Oh, jeez. You think we went all the way through here? Oh, there's a thing. Guess that's probably who the book is meant for. We just gotta find the book again, that's all. Oh, it's a hammer. Maybe this will work. I don't know. It's not this character then. We'll throw it and we'll leave it there. And where did we find the book? Did it go all this way? Hope not. This is a long direction to go without turning. Oh, hey, here it is. Okay. Head back this way. It's blinking. Where is our... in there? Ow. Ow. And dead. We'll find the target for this book, right? Oh, we're going out of range. Yeah, get away from me. But at least you move faster than the monsters. Yeah, fire. Yeah, it's coming for me. Missed. Yeah, wall. It's a little hard to find anything. It's sort of... I've been in here, haven't I? Oh! We've got a ghost. Is this the thing we should use the book on? I'd be able to get the good shot in though. I want to be sure here. I don't want to miss. Ow. Did it! Okay. Progress! Ow! Okay, now we've got to find another item. Got a hammer, I suppose, haven't we? So we've got to find again. Ooh, potion. Oh, there it is. Now we just gotta find what we have to throw it at. Who knows how far away that will be. So I can have something to shoot. Ow! Well, well that's 10% of the game. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next game. Oh, we've got the map. Here's your map of the game. Look at it. Look at it all. As mentioned, all the items are placed randomly. and all the what antibodies do. Oh, those things are poisonous mushrooms. All now we know. Llama Soft. What reviewers said about Jeff Minter's psychedelia. Now available for the Amstrad. £6 on tape. Battle Stars. A mega space game of epic proportions. Fast vector graphics, full color 3D graphics, scrolling screen scenes, a full tactical game. Help them before Earth is destroyed. Here we go. First of the Blaby games. Wriggler. But only one that's worth playing too, I suppose. There you go. Wriggler. No, this isn't a repeat review of last month's exploration game offering from Romantic Robot. Yeah, 2 issues, 2 games of the same name. But a version of the arcade game Centipede, starring even more creepy crawlies and garden horrors. It's a grand old shoot 'em up which offers plenty of fast action and difficulty. The essence of the game is that a caterpillar appears at the top of the screen, while at the bottom is your base, which you use to blast away the segments of a caterpillar. Yeah, rather than a centipede, because they look similar, I'm sure. That's all you have to do. But there are lots of other pesky little insects who have some nasty tricks up their antennae. The screen is dotted with mushrooms, which serve several purposes, but mostly just get in the way. The caterpillar will bounce off them as it moves down the screen line by line, sometimes charging quickly down a tunnel at them. At others getting temporarily trapped in a small box. 4 shots from the gun will destroy a mushroom, but there are ways of creating more. Flies will descend in a vertical line, leaving mushrooms behind them and destroying one of the 3 bases if they hit you. They can be shot on the way down, but it is hazardous to hang about underneath them. You don't want to miss. At the end of a wave, partially destroyed mushrooms will also recreate themselves, but you score more points for each section reformed. With the beginning of each new wave, a snail appears and slides relatively slowly across the screen. He can be shot for a big bonus. But more importantly, he needs to be shot quickly. This is because when he passes over a mushroom, it takes on magical powers, so that if a caterpillar segment hits it, it will dive down the screen towards you, making life very difficult indeed. The magic mushrooms can be shot to neutralize them, but when you've got a whole row to neutralize, it can be tough to get them all. This is, I presume, that what the Wriggler is here. It's a thing. The most dangerous insect is the spider that appears at the bottom of the screen. He bounces up and down like a demented kangaroo trying to land on you. With a fast one, it is particularly difficult to take evasive action. They can be shot by nipping underneath them, but this is a dangerous pastime as it's best just to try to avoid them. If caterpillar segments reach the bottom of the screen, you still have a chance since the base can move up and down between 2 lines to avoid the shuttling segments. Yep, just 2 lines, that's all. Move up a bit, up enough, just up 1 line. Well, you move down 1 line. That's it. Let's see, where are we? Every time you do succeed in hitting a segment, it leaves another mushroom though. If you succeed in getting past 10 caterpillars, extremely difficult, then a bonus screen appears where you can play a game of Snake. Here you control the caterpillar as he picks up fruit. That makes his body longer. They added something to it. Ooh. The action is terrifically demanding and fast, leaving no room for error. The graphics and sound are reasonable, But don't expect to get anything more out of this game than a few hours of heavy and satisfying blasting. Good news, gets extremely tough. Novel little features like snails, very fast, demanding action. First version of Centipede for Arnold. Good price. Bad news, highly unoriginal. Spiders very annoying when it rides at high speed. No intellectual challenge. A second opinion. Okay, Wade, so there's no intellectual challenge, eh? Well, so what? You don't pick up the joystick for a game of Centipede when you're in the mood for thinking. You play this game in a spirit of mindless destruction. Frantic zapping is what it's all about, and as such, Wriggler gets my vote. Yeah. Graphics 56, Sonics 48. Grab factor 77, staying power 72, overall rating 76%. Yep. Okay, here we go. Alright. Rig. Snail pace load. Thankfully it's on disc. Here's a Hall of Fame. These names look familiar. Who on earth is this Biffo B we hear about? Yeah, there's the guy. It's Centipede, all right. Wriggler. Here he goes. Smile. 10 points, 50 points, 35 points, 40 points, 200 points for the snail. Eye for instructions. Wriggler. Object. The object of the game is to accumulate as many points as you can by destroying flies, spiders, snails, mushrooms, and the caterpillar. When a caterpillar segment is hit, it changes into a mushroom, and the body splits into two. If all the segments are destroyed, another longer, faster caterpillar takes its place. Snail. This changes any mushrooms to magic mushrooms that it passes over. If a caterpillar hits one, it rapidly drops to your laser base. Magic mushrooms return to normal if shot. Your laser base is controlled with a joystick, but keys can be used. These must be redefined before playing. Your laser base is positioned at the bottom of the screen and can move up and down one line only. If your base touches a caterpillar segment or one of the bugs, then one of your 3 lives will be lost. Flies. Drop down at random intervals, leaving behind extra mushrooms. Each mushroom must be hit 4 times before it is destroyed. Every 10,000 points, a bonus life is awarded. When each life is lost, all part destroyed mushrooms are made whole, adding 5 points each to the score. If 10 caterpillars are destroyed, you can play on the challenging stage to gain extra points. This time you are guiding a Wriggler around the screen, dodging the mushrooms and eating the fruits for extra points. Wriggler stretches when he moves, and the challenging stage will end if he bites himself or eats a mushroom. No lives are lost if this happens, but a bonus life is given if all the fruit is eaten. Wriggler. Okay. Here we go. 20,000 points is going to be hard. Up and down, that's all you get. Up, down, that. You don't go that far up. Oh. Hit it. Ooh, still close. Stuck here. Oh, jeez. Up. Oh. Okay. Let's try again. Oh. 3 points. Oh, you got a quit button. They thoughtfully put in a quit button. Good. Oh. Them spiders. Let's restart that. Oh, damn spider. Oh, just stand there. Dance. Look at the dance. Really? I disagree. Hit it. jeez. We're going to stay in the bottom. Oh, jeez. Stays on the bottom. That's not fair. Try again. Oh, them spiders. Nope. Ugh. Quit. Try again. Well, listen to that now. Oh, damn spiders. Oh, spiders. Well, that didn't work. Try again. Oh. Ugh. Good. Try again. I could add that tag, I suppose. I don't always stream Amstrad stuff, I guess. I just usually can't be bothered changing them. Oh no. Yeah. I heard that's what you did that earlier. Just quit. Yeah, congratulations on that. Would have had a look if we were a bit on a bit later, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, have fun for it. Keep going. What do you? Spiders. Spiders. Oh, spiders. Ah, get away from me. Oh. So I'm getting worse and worse. Try again. Oh, spiders. I hate spiders. Oh, jeez. I expected to go under there. I expected to turn around. spiders. Yeah, so I'm getting worse. Right. One last attempt. Spiders. Oh, jeez, I would have died there. Ow! Made 4,000 points. I'll take it. Please type your name. No. Still couldn't beat Biffo. Oh well. Alright, on to the next game. The next game is the Bells. The quality of these games takes a bit of a dip here. Wriggler is at least half decent. I mean, Fly Spy did Centipede better, but still. The Bells. Toot is trapped in a bell, apparently. Needs help. As if poor old Quasimodo hadn't suffered enough in computer games, He's been resurrected yet again to try to rescue his girlfriend from 15 screens of Battlement Action. There are already 2 versions of the game on the Amstrad. The third one doesn't measure up to the others, even though it's cheaper. Each of the 15 screens represents a section of battlement which Quasi has to make his way along from left to right to reach a bell at the other side, which takes him to the next screen. There are a number of obstacles that face him on each screen, which have to be jumped over. There's also a time limit on each screen, in which you have to get to the other side. The obstacles that face him include barrels and arrows that fly across the screen towards him. If hit by them, Quasi bites the dust with the words "Arg" popping onto the screen. There can also be gaps in the floor, which have to be jumped over, otherwise you plummet downwards. Again, to the complement of the on-screen "Ah." Large gaps over flaming pits have to be traversed by grabbing a swinging rope over it and leaping off the other side. Another difficult problem is the guards who stand in some of the smaller gaps. From time to time, thrust the spear up into the air. This combination of events is a major problem. So that other difficulties might be gaps with moving objects, or guards and moving objects. The big problem with the game is the control of Quasi, which is difficult to say the least. It is tough to calculate when to jump, and the response to the fire button is often very sluggish. The graphics also leave a lot to be desired, and I've heard less irritating sound effects in my time. Good news! It's cheaper than other Hunchback games. Bad news, very unoriginal. Difficult control and timing. Crude graphics. 2 better games have been on the market for some time. Second opinion. There's little to say about the game as dire as this, except the comment Quasimodo himself utters when falling from the battlements. Arrgh! Graphics 30, Sonics 39, grab factor 22, staying power 31, overall rating 26%. This is very slightly better than Renegade from last time. Yeah. Let's get this started then. Just call the software bells. Or whatever. Okay. Help! Bell Ringers, Hall of Fame. We'll get instructions. Quasimodo and Esmeralda were very much in love until an evil archbishop decided that Esmeralda was much too beautiful for the ugly hunchback. So he took Esmeralda and imprisoned her in his highest tower, so that she could not see poor Hunchy. Now Quasimodo is sent out to rescue Esmeralda. Can Hunchy overcome so many hazards? Only you can decide its fate. Along his way, Quasimodo will have to overcome many dangerous hazards, such as falling rocks, flaming pits, arrows, guards, bats, and barrels, all of which will stop Quasimodo from rescuing Esmeralda. We're given a certain amount of time per screen, as shown by a line of bells. If this reaches 0, poor Hunchy will be struck by lightning. At the end of each screen, you will be given a bonus for each bell remaining. There is also a super bonus, which will be given if you complete 5 screens without loss of life. Controls: left, right, jump, spacebar to pause, or use a joystick. Here we go. This does not. Oh, time ran out. That's a time limit. Time limit's short. Okay, that worked. Bing, bong, bing, bong. And this screen I never got past because this is weird. Jump on. Ah! Ah! I'm having even worse luck. Can't even grab the rope. I think it's supposed to say game over, but it doesn't. Try again. Hey, we did it! What's the third screen like? Ooh, I bet you fall down those little tiny small gaps. You'd time limit. Fourth those, you'd probably break your ankles. I bet. I can't mess around. This time limit. Oh, wow. Ah, jump too early. The score is one of today's highest. Please enter your initials. No. Let's try again. See, not the world's best version of Hunchback. Oh, jeez. What? They just left them there. Good. Made it. Somehow. What's screen 5? Oh. Okay. Ah! I landed my foot on a sword. Game over. No. No. Ooh. 405 points. We're good at this game. opponent will get you. Don't dawdle. Ooh, can we get a super bonus? Super bonus. Super bonus, 240 points. Oh, I got the super bonus. Ow. Ow. He stabbed me right up in the ear. Oh, yes. Oh, might have been too early. Hey, we made it. Screen 7. What is screen 7? The hell are these things? Arrgh! Killed me. Game over. Well, that's half the game, I suppose. No. $775 points. I think I've had enough of that. Alright, on to the next. The next game is Jumpman. It's a box art, tells you it's Mario. It's not its Q-boot. Maybe they thought they could get away with it because it's not a Mario rip-off game. Oh well. Anyway, this is a version of the old arcade game Q-boot, which you have to jump around various geometrical shapes, the colouring and the blocks that comprise it. At the same time, you are pursued by an opponent who will terminate you with extreme prejudice if he catches you. In this version, you are called Hubert C. Jumpman. You are a violent pink colour and are lumbered with a huge nose. Your pursuer is Felix the Flattener, who is equally pink and suffers from an equally overgrown proboscis. You begin on a blue pyramid, which hangs like all the structures in the game on a background of deep space. It looks very pretty, although the colours are a little on the vibrant side. As in all games of this type, movement is diagonal. You'll probably find that the keys give you a better chance, as the joystick can be slightly unresponsive. It's pretty easy to figure out the route Frank will take on the screen, so there's little difficulty in progressing to the second, unless you get too enthusiastic and leap off the edge into the wilds of space. The next structure is almost a square, but there's some tricky holes in it to make you think a bit more about where you're going. This time, though, it's yellow. And so you go on with different structures of different colours bouncing around to colour each square. There are only 6 screens, and the pursuers will increase by 1 each time you complete them. Jumpman is by no means a bad version of Q-boot. The graphics are pretty slick. The sound is suitably springy, and the whole thing is carried off with a certain amount of panache. But it must be said that it isn't quite in the class of Microbyte's U-boot. However, it is a budget game. You pays your money and you takes your choice. Second opinion. The character graphics are very disappointing and could have been with 2 N's, much better with a little more colour. Control is annoying because it takes time to respond, but holding down a key or joystick direction will send you shooting off the layout. But the designs are good and prove testing, so it could keep you at it for some time. Good news, colourful and noisy. Cheap. Bad news, only 6 screens. control can be difficult. Toot says, I'm glad I'm down here and that spider's up there. Graphics 51, Sonics 42, grab factor 39, staying power 42, overall rating 40%. Bigger than the average bear. So there's a spider on the bottom of the page. Okay. Get on with Jumpman. Alright. Okay. There's our dude. He's our Jumpman. Doesn't look anything like Mario. Oh, good sound effects. Pyramid. They put holes in it. You start at the bottom. Move! Because I'm not moving much very easily. Points. High scoring game. Yeah. Very stiff controls. Oh. Well. Okay. 4 stages. Oh, this is gonna be evil. This is evil. Up quick. You have to loop it to beat the default high score? Seems rough. Yep, we've looped it already. Oh no, there's two of them now. Well, make it even more unresponsive. 188 points, we looped the game once. Didn't beat the default high score. The Jumpman Hall of Fame. Enter name. No. Spamhead is the top score. Easy dude. I'll play it one more time. I'll probably do even worse. No, I fell in the hole. That was terrible. See, I'm doing worse already. Oh. See what I mean? Let's do worse. Oh! That was just stupid. Let's try it one more time. I think I might have just been lucky. Well, this first layout is just the worst. Yeah, finally. Yo, I moved too far. The same direction every damn time. course. Yeah, enough of this stupid game. Alright. Move on to the next. There he is. He's so happy about it. On to the next game. Alright. Oh yeah, it's nearly 10 o'clock. Alright, plenty of time. Next game is Spitfire 40. It's a flight simulator type thing. You've already had your chance to drive a steam train. Now all the nostalgics can slip into the cockpit of a Spitfire and thunder through the skies of southern England in pursuit of enemy planes. It's a straightforward flight simulator with combat thrown in to give you something to do instead of just flying around. If you were just flying around, it'd be bloody boring. The basic aim of the game is to complete missions in which you have to take off from an airfield in southeast England, locate a group of enemy aircraft, shoot them down, and return to land at an airfield. This is of course much easier said than done, and lots of practice will be needed in the various stages of the game. There are 3 different flight modes which you can select, and the best place to start is practice, where you can familiarise yourself with the flight controls. It's all contained on an instrument panel that fills the screen. You can switch between this and 2 other screens, the view through the cockpit, and a radar map showing the surrounding area. The controls and indicators are the ones you would expect to find on a flight simulator, namely flaps, undercarriage, brake, rudder, fuel level, attitude, airspeed, altimeter, artificial horizon, compass, vertical speed, revs, and slip and turn indicator. Naturally, you don't have to watch or control all of these at once, but familiarity with the gauges so a quick eye can be scanned over them is essential. The other flying controls of the Spitfire simply dive, climb, and roll actions with a fire button to operate your twin machine guns. Having mastered the flying, you can go on to combat practice, which puts you in the air with a never-ending string of enemy planes to be shot down. Here the techniques of evasion and shooting skill can be perfected, ready for the real thing. Combat combines the 2 training sequences, so you have to take off and track down some enemy fighters from their bearing and height. A map will also help you locate them. You can zoom in on various sections to see them in greater detail. Failure can come in many ways, like crashing the plane, overstretching its capabilities, or being shot down. If you succeed, you've got to get back to an airfield before the fuel runs out and complete one of the hardest parts of the game, the landing. Yeah, it's always the hardest part of any flight simulator, is landing. The instrument panel graphics are detailed and attractive, while the screen update through the cockpit is reasonably fast. The mission task is demanding, so the ability to save the game after a successful mission means you can gratifyingly build up a record under your pilot name. The engine noise when flying is good, although the title music is a bit monotonous. Second opinion. Well, it wasn't quite my finest hour playing this game, but it's enjoyable enough, and I'm always happy to see a flight simulator let you go and shoot things. Although my dream flight simulator would be the one that lets you shoot things without ever leaving the ground. However, given that you have to take off, Spit 40 is a pretty good value. Good news! Excellent instrument panel. Tough missions are great when completed. Good range of controls, but not too confusing. Nice engine noise. Bad news. Flying around shooting things can get boring. The maps are chunky and have little detail on them. Graphics 70, Sonic 71, grab factor 70, staying power 63, overall rating 68%. We didn't miss anything here, no. worth a shot. Okay. Confusion by Phil. Okay. Choose a pilot. Let's try to just practice. See if we can figure out how to fly this damn thing. Space goes between them, between the panel and the cockpit. Break or something. Yep. Oh, off we go. Off we go. The map. Info map. Oh, look at that detail. Landing gear, I guess. Okay, we can take off. It's something. Okay. We figured out how to take off. That's probably the important thing. Let's try the combat, see what happens. 6 bandits, bearing 135 degrees, height 6,000. Tally ho! They are there. Go. At least takeoff is easy. Got the landing gear. Heading was what 135. me. Round there, they'll do. It's our height. 2,500. Keep climbing. 2 minutes, wait a bit. The 500. $5,000. Hopefully we find the slot. Oh, they found us. Oh, wow, that didn't take long. You bought it, old boy. Shot down, bad luck. Dead. Marcel. Try again. Give it another try. Warning, flaps down at 140. Whatever. I have no idea what I'm doing. Hitting on 90, I think. I didn't even pay attention to what height they were at. Altitude up some more. I don't know what the warning's for. done. I'm just gonna find something to shoot. Should be around here somewhere. I do not know what the warning's for. Should be pretty much on top of them by now. Down or are they up? I have no idea what height they're at. I feel like I've passed them now. Oh, do I see something down here? Loop, just for fun. Can't find a damn thing. Yeah, that's how you turn around quickly. I know what I'm doing. I can't find a thing. The ground is kind of barren. It's hard to tell how high up you are from height from looking at the cockpit alone. feel like it. So I don't see a thing. No sign of anything. Alright, just to save time, we'll quit out of that. We'll just do the combat practice so we can get some combat practice in. There's one. There we go. Don't find us. Fly upside down. This is exactly how it's done. He's flying upside down as well. He's behind me again, huh? Thick shoe. How? Oh, here he is. And he's behind me again. Do a barrel roll. Oh, he just blinked behind me, huh? He's got a tape or something. Finally. Perfectly normal flying. Oh. Shaking them off from behind you is not easy. Really? It's like he's following me, doing exactly what I do. There he is. And there he went. How does he do that? There he is. Got him. And this combat just does this for Weaver, pretty much. Another one. behind me. There he is. What was that altitude? High. Let's just ditch the plane. Let's crash. Here we go. Look at it go. Yeah. Follow me downwards. Oh look, there's the runway. Let's head for it. Come here, you. He's doing the same thing I am. Let's head for this. Let's head for the runway. We're coming 4,000. Aim for the runway. Shoot the runway up. Did I just blow up the runway? I don't know. Down we go and boom. Yeah. You bought it, old boy. You came down too steeply. Good. Alright. So 20 past 10. What is our next game? Turn it off. Atlantis. Analog. You can start the. Yeah, what we'll do, we'll play Atlantis. We'll save the war games for the next stream. So Atlantis. Atlantis is going to be annoying. Set deep beneath the surface of the oceans, in a place swarming with deadly aquatic life, where Skip dives for treasure as you dive for the joystick to try to stay alive. It's one of those arcade games where the player can never relax and has to concentrate the whole time. The seabed is a horizontally scrolling wraparound area split into 4 levels by seaweed-coated platforms. Skip the diver starts on the top level and can move between them by descending and ascending through gaps in the platforms. When he moves, the whole display scrolls somewhat jerkily, keeping Skip in the middle of the screen. Skip has to collect objects that are either lying around on the platforms or swimming along one level. The 2 objects to be picked up on the first level are a spongy-looking creature called Cute and a sailor. He picks them up by swimming into them, and once he has both, has flipped it to the next level. 2 things endanger Skip on this level: sharks and little fish. The sharks are large blue monsters with enormous mouths and teeth which swim along and home in on Skip when he appears on their level. The fish don't home in, but like the sharks, move faster than you do. If you run into a shark, it swallows poor Skip in gruesome fashion, licking its lips and bulging its eyeballs. The fish are less decorous. The fish are less decorous, but just as deadly. The marine menace can be removed by shooting them with harpoons, but they will keep on appearing elsewhere to chase you. The objects you're searching for can also be shot, so watch out. This will lose a life. When the sharks are hit, they crumble into a skeleton. Combined with their eating habits, this is the best part of the game. So later levels are even more dangers appear. The sharks are swapped for octopi and then crabs, which turn into crab pate when shot. While an additional danger is introduced in the form of Neptune. He wanders along the platforms and can change levels when he stops, banging his trident on the floor. It takes 6 shots to destroy him, and even then he will reappear at another position in the game. Skippy also has a problem in that he has a limited air supply in which to collect the objects. If he succeeds, he will be transferred into bonus points. It's basically a panic game, similar in gameplay to Don't Panic from Firebird. And although it has some nice graphics and a jolly soundtrack, it won't stretch most players much. Good news. Some nice graphics like the shark, demanding panic gameplay. Bad news, not much to think about. Repetitive gameplay, not enough depth and variety to the game. Second opinion. The odd clever touch and the odd stroke of wit are no compensation for the dull gameplay. A game like this has got to be much bigger and a whole lot better to succeed these days. Frankly, I'd rather go fishing. The graphics 59, Sonic 71, grab factor 48, staying power 39, overall rating 46%. Okay, final game of the night. Right, here we go. With a little fish. Alright, look at that wonderful title screen. All effort went into there. Okay, off we go. Okay, let me pick up. He's a diver. Oh. Dead. Let me try again. Go down this way. Oh, I shot the wrong thing. Just as it appears on screen, there's a course. Oh no, I shot the wrong thing again. I'm not supposed to shoot that thing. Game hard. Try again. There's a dude. There's a lot of sharks down there. He's faster than I am, that's not fair. Yes. My hero! He's only just barely. No air left. Oh boy. Oh, killed by a fish. Gotta blind you to do it too. Oh, it's Neptune! Ow. Too slow. Everything's faster than you are. Barely enough time to turn around and shoot. Not sure what else I'm supposed to pick up here. I'm sure it's not the clam I have to pick up, is it? Maybe that kills me. Oh. Okay. 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 Let's give it another try. Two things at one shot. Should have shot the fish first. And then I shoot one shot at a time, of course. Well, game's hard. Oh, can't shoot when you're facing forwards. Of course you can't. Right, last the teams. Oh no, no, shot that thing. No, this. Oh, got a little trap there. Right, hero. Yeah, I saw that coming. Oh no, the clam kills you. Or do you have to wait for it to open? I don't know.